everyone, it's Desiree, and we are at the final 2 days of the Super Simple Christmas, or Christmas Super Simple. These just have been fun. Now again, we're just working on the bases. A couple in the beginning I started to embellish, and we're going to do that in one video, and that's going to be after this part here. But let's get through 9 and 10. So here we are. We've got our pieces for 9. And again, I've got the ephemera and the tags all the way up here because we'll be playing with those later in the embellishments. And this one is similar to 8 where we have our pockets. But first we're going to get our flip that connects to the side. And just like always, I'm using just a heavier weight copy paper. And again, I don't want to call it a cardstock because even though it's a 65 pound, it's a text weight. So it just has a little more body to it. Now I'm going to make sure that that flips flat, which it does, because now we are going to close this up. And seal this. Well, at least I'm going to now. I wanted to keep that open. No, I didn't. No, I did not. Okay, here we go. I'm going to close that. Paper creaser out, just give that a good crease, and that closes nicely. Okay, so on the inside we have one pocket, and we're going to get that set. I just love that sound. Again, it's going to go edge to edge. All right, and now this is where it's like part 8. And we are going to get this on here. Now I'm going to line this up here. I will be trimming some of that. I can see that it's overhanging, and again, that's okay. We'll do that one at a time. All right, so we have that. And yeah, just a small, just a slither for a trim. Go. So we have that, and then we have another pocket that's going to come in. So just on the 3 sides. That in place, and then finally our last pocket. And we will line that up along this edge. And we're going to snip that little corner. Okay, so our pockets are in set, and then there's this little pocket that will have its own backing, and just because it's a pocket, it doesn't mean that it can't move. And what I mean by that is that just, she has that tucking right there. Now you could also take this and actually put that on that one as well. So you've got your double pocket, or we can put it in the corner here, or we can put it here. So again, lots of options when it comes to that. And then the last mechanism, or one of the last, is this large tag. Fell in love with what she did here. So we're going to glue this together. And we'll close that up. And then what she did was she put a belly band on this. So I'm going to have it come down the center. And I'm just going to line that up and just eyeballing it. And I'm putting that right there. So we will have this open to put something in behind there. And then this actually sits up in this one. Now, we also have this beautiful large card. So I'm going to fold this in half. And we're going to trim that. No, we're not going to trim that. And I am going to glue this one shut. Because when I ink around it, if there's anything there, it'll cover itself up. But I just think that is so pretty. Now again, we would not be able, because I want to keep this this size. So I think this is just going to be something that I'm going to connect inside that page. I just think it is so pretty. Now, I'm just going to set this aside. We're going to fit both of our pages into our album at once, because I think we're still going to have to do some rearranging because of all the flips and everything else. So I will be right back with our last page to complete. Well, here we are. Day 10, set 10, page 10, whatever we would like to call it. So this one here, yes, we're going to jump right in. Again, ephemera to the top. This one here has a really nice large pocket right on the base page. And we're just going to center that onto the page. So I'll have a nice border of the papers going around. And then this mechanism was a full sheet thought I was filming. Now, I do suggest printing this one page onto regular standard run-of-the-mill copy paper. It'll be easier to fold. So this for me took, you know, a lot of, I still kept it with the card, the text weight paper, and folding in half is not a problem. It's when you get into folding it in thirds. So to walk you through it, when you fold it in half and you want to glue it, you want to make sure that after you have it glued, you set it aside and let it dry. Just really let it dry. Once it's dry, now I ran it back and forth into my scoreboard and just kept scoring it so that I could get those creased lines. Now you can see that the paper is cracking because I just folded it so many times to get it to somewhat lay flat. And again, the key is let the glue dry inside. Then you won't get bubbles or anything else like that. And I think it actually goes this way. Yes, it's going to go this way. Now, I'm okay with the paper cracking. I think it adds to ambiance. When it comes to that, I'm just going to do something a little different when it comes to this piece. But this is a pocket. So I'm going to glue it down on all three sides, making sure that I've got a nice thick bead going on there. And we're going to set this towards the bottom. And we're just going to set there just like that. And I'm going to keep my hand on it. Now, while I'm doing that, I want to find a good size, and I think that's it. I want to have a good size embellishment piece. All right, and I think that's good. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's not flopping too much, but this piece is going to come down. So it's a really nice, and it's a extremely sturdy flip now. Okay, so what I'm going to do real quick before we go any further, we're going to try to make this work. And I think I'm going to be able to, honestly. I am going to take this, I'm going to put a hole in the top of it. I should have thought of this earlier. Also going to get a couple of these circles and just strengthen it. And I'm going to glue this. This is going to be fun. I'm going to glue this down towards the bottom, or just below that piece. All right, she's in. And I'm going to find that hole again. I'm going to grab that piece to puncture in. Okay. If this works, it's going to be a miracle. Okay, so I'm going to grab the brad and I'm going to poke that through. See if it can get through there. All right, it did. Now I need to see. I'm going to look at the side, and I think I have the perfect spot. Yes, I do. All right. I know where I'm going to poke through here. I'm going to go right there. Okay. Now this is where it's going to get a little hairy. So I've got that in there, and now I just need to separate it. I'm going to push down. How did that shift? There must be. That was not where I put that brad. That's where I put that brad. Okay. All right. So now we have our closure. But now what I need to do is just wiggle that a little bit. All right. We're not out of the woods yet. Let's see here. I will need to cut a piece of tape. And I'm going to bring that down. And we're going to put that there. Now I'm hoping I went over the brad. And I did. Okay. Now, eventually, what we need to do, so I'm going to cut a piece of paper. And I'm hoping that's wider. It is. Again, we're not out of the woods yet. So we're going to open that up. I'm going to push the pokey tool down in there so that I can remove the backing, not lose the backing. Tweezers. Tweezers are going to be my friend. This is like, did you ever play that game Operation? Oh, I think I'm aging myself. All right, and now I'm going to take this piece of paper and I'm going to drop that right there. And see if I did it. Did I do it? No, I didn't. Okay. You know, everything was going so well. let's see here. We're going to separate it. We got it separated. Okay. I'm going to tear that away. All right. We're going to do this again. Piece of paper. Because I don't think that, wow, I really did put that in crooked, didn't I? There we go. And we are just going to hope for the best when it comes to, I'm just going to snip this away. For when, with whatever is going to come in and out of that pocket. But I think I'm going to be okay. There we go. Okay. Wow. I didn't think that was going to work. I thought I was going to have to do something completely different and possibly even reprint this. But no. So we have our closure there. And again, if I take this, we're okay. Nothing's catching. It's just going to be dependent upon if I collage on this to make sure that it's super flat for that. And then what this can do, this will turn, and then this will come down. So we've created that closure. We can still utilize the pocket. We're just going to have shallow items that are going to go in there. Now, this does get decorated. And there are a couple of pockets. So we're going to put one here. And we're going to put one here. So let's get these inked. And then we also want these squares as well. Okay, so let's get our pockets in place first. And we're going to put one there. And we're going to put one down here. I'm going to take one of these. It's not a pocket, it's just going to add some interest to this area. Same thing there. Nope. Same thing here. And we'll do a little bit of collaging on that. And then we will add a pocket there. All right. So we have all of that in there, and that is holding it closed. Okay. I have to say, I impressed myself with that one. Okay, I wasn't breathing there for a moment. Now, this is going to be a pull-out. Now, I don't know if I'm going to put it on this side or if I'm going to put it on this side. And that's good that we have those choices, because there's no flips on this. The flip on this is going down, so we don't have to worry about our side to side. Okay, so that's either going to come up there, and we'll put a tag or a tab off of that. But I'm going to, for right now, put that in our pocket so I do not lose that. Okay. We have completed all 10 days of the bases for our pages within our scrapbook album. I felt this is, I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so here's our album. Let's do our flip. Here we go. Okay, so we have day 6 here, and we have day 1 right there. And you know, I am considering day 1 actually. I am considering that to go on that back page. But let's keep flipping here. So we have day 2 sitting on page 2, and I put day 8 there. This has a lot going on, and that could be because, you know, I do have the tags in. So let's pull those out so that we can see the page itself. That could be, and I think it is, I think it's throwing me off, which it doesn't take much. And you can see now that, and again, this is the accordion, so we have to have it on this side. This is very similar to day 8. So I'm going to move day 8. So we're going to pull that one out now. So now I've got that opened. This was day 4. Now I could move, yes, no, because I have, yes. I drive you guys crazy with this. I like this. It's a little different. We're going to have a pull out coming out on the other side. So we're going to put day 4 back to where we originally had it. I kind of like that. It's got a good balance. All right, so now we're here. So that's got a flip. This is getting, I think I like day 9 here. Okay. And we've got day 5 there. So far we are filling up our pages. I think, now I'm going to look at day 7. Yes, day 8 is going to go here, because then we will be able to have the pullout that we're looking for. And then on this side will be day 10, and we'll be able to have the flip out or the pull out coming out on the other side. Now, always, you know, don't forget, and then we have day 7 over there. So for, where is she? For this one, we have this large piece. The beauty of these hinge pages is there is a pocket right here, and this fits very nicely in that pocket. Now it goes down pretty far, but that's okay. We can make that work with a tag. So this could sit in one of those pockets as well. So we have an option when it comes to this. But I like the way this is laid out like this. This is what we're going to go with. We do not overthink this. Once we have it in, we let it go. And we are now ready to embellish. The other thing that's really good when I put these pages up, and if I just let them sit in each of the spots, again, in between the hinges carefully, now again, they're not going to be that far down into the hinge system. This is not chunky. It's not giving me an alligator mouth. It's nice. It's a good thickness, but we still have the ability to add the tags, the embellishments, because even when I'm doing this, I've still got room in there. So that's why I do like a wide gusset in between my hinges of 3/4 of an inch, or at minimum a 1/2 inch, to put that together. So this is a nice size, no alligator. Usually my albums alligator out, which I don't mind. Some do, but some don't. So all of our pages are now set. They are now complete. So what I'm going to do is, when we come back in the next video, we're going to focus on all of the embellishments. And what I mean by that is creating our tags, creating our clusters, doing our collages, and putting them into each of the pieces. I didn't keep the pieces that were for each section separated. I just gathered them all up into a pot, and then I have the larger ones off to the side here, because now we can just create the tags. Let's get the tags together. Let's get mini books together, mini notebooks, whatever we're doing there, set those aside and have our pieces ready for collaging and tag toppers. So that's what we're going to do in the next video. We're not going to, we'll see this album again at the end when we're adding in those pieces, and mainly the clusters and the collages. The tags are still going to sit out, and those will go in once we have our pages set. Okay? So if you're hanging around this long and you're still here, thank you so much. I hope you are enjoying this series. I know I am. I think this is just going to be amazing when it's finished, because once we're done the embellishments, we're going to put our backer paper from Her Very Merry. Those are going to be the background. These then are going to get adhered on top, and then we're really going to start having fun with our cover to get that created as well. So thank you so much. I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. Just being part of my channel, being part of this series. I hope I'm inspiring you in some way for when it comes to paper. Please, I'd love for you to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, make sure you ring the bell so that you'll know the next video for this series and many more to come. Hopefully you'll get notified. If you choose all, I'm hearing that you will, but sometimes it doesn't. You know, it's just a quirk. But I'd still hit that bell, hit that thumbs up, and hit that subscribe. Enjoy the process. Have fun creating what you're creating. Know that it is art. And remember always, be creative. And I will talk to you in the next one. See you with the embellishments. Take care.